welcome back to the vlog. Now, this time I would like to talk a little bit about a subject that I really feel strongly about, well, against. I read a report here last week or something about Britain banning the sales of new gasoline and diesel cars being sold by the year 2040. Now, I mean, that is 23 years away, almost 22 years away. And as I read that, I also read that India, France, and Norway was also on that same thing, along with 10 other countries that has signed on to a similar type of deal. Now, I know we have 22 years to go before this, but I don't feel like the electric cars are close to being good enough for, say, emergency vehicles. Say there's a day when you need a lot of ambulances in say a small community like this. This is pretty far away from anything called a major city. I mean, I'm about 3 hours away from Trondheim and 3 away from, well, Oslo. It's a bit further to Oslo than 3 hours, maybe 5. 5 to Oslo and 3 to Trondheim. That is, it is far between any major cities. You're gonna need a hell of a long range on an ambulance that's gonna have to go distances like that. I know the new Tesla Model X has an EPA rating of maximum 295 miles. That is 400 and something or other kilometers. I didn't do the math. But that is longer than, say, a trip to Oslo and back from here. So you're gonna have to charge up the ambulance before you go back, which not only is a major inconvenience, it is also, it could be life-threatening to other people if there are more people to be transported that day a longer distance. What are they gonna do? Sorry. The ambulance has to charge up. We got to charge it up. It's going to be a couple of hours before we can take that one back out. You're just going to have to stop the bleeding from your artery and try not to die before we get there. Yeah, that's not going to work. Now, in the same article, they also said that they were going to have the requirement of all vehicles on the road being zero emissions by 2050. Now, this is the thing sorry about all the shaking. It's crap road up here. Now that is something that I really don't like. I'm gonna have to get this camera back on. Yep. That's something I really don't like, because I like a big thumping V8 with a cam so high that you can hear every damn power stroke of that engine. I like a straight 6 screaming on the top of its lungs like a 2JZ. I mean, say a 1,000 horsepower Supra at full throttle, tire screaming, that is an amazing noise. And so is a V8 at idle with a cam so high that you can hear every power stroke. I mean, I saw a video from Australia, I think it was a late 60s Ford Falcon with an enormous blower on top, like one of those Pro Mod blowers. And the engine would go, vroom, vroom. And at the center of all those engine turnover noises, like the center of that, you could hear a tire squirt, because it didn't have traction in it. That stroke, it just went. That was at idle. It was not even throttle. Now that engine, that's one of those enormously awesome, great engines that you're not going to have in, say, 2050, because they're not going to be allowed. They're going to be banned. Now, That's something I really don't like, because I like my cars to make noise. I don't want it to be quiet. I don't want that noise back there, the window squirting around. That is annoying. But an engine noise, that is awesome. That is something, well, at least us that are car guys, like, we like those noises. We live those noises. I mean, in 2050, I'm gonna be old enough. 60, probably. Yeah. Yeah, 55, almost 60. And that is gonna be, well, my later days, fine. Well, I don't even know if I live that long. I mean, you never know. But at 55, I'd like to have the same hobby that I do now. I would like to still be able to do what I do. And I can't do that with electric cars. I like the noise of just firing up that V8 I have. Well, one of them. Say a really bad day is gone and you just get home, you jump in your car, and you just fire it up and you hear that thing purr. That is something that an electric car can't do, because you just get in, press a button, and quiet. I really don't see how I'm gonna have any fun with a car at that point. It's just making it into an appliance, really. And there's a lot of other discussions, at least around here, with the centralization of everything. The politician wants everything moved to a bigger city, which, fine, it's going to help you out a lot, but how about everyone that lives out here in the middle of nowhere? That just doesn't work. I mean, fine, a larger part of the population in this country lives around a major city, and the rest lives pretty much in nowhere, which is pretty much what it feels like to a lot of people that they're getting treated like, because they live in the middle of nowhere. They don't need anything, which again gets wrong with me. But I'm not gonna start discussing politics like that here. It's back to the case in point, the electric cars they're gonna make up. I mean, I don't see them as, at least as of now, as a viable option to a lot of people. It's gonna be, well, I hope they fix it by the time they actually get that ban up, but I really wouldn't like it at all. I would still like to keep my gas guzzling V8 that makes less horsepower than it should and drinks a lot more fuel than it should. I would like to keep that instead of an electric car. I'm gonna have to figure out how to synthesize my own gas. Well, I have 30 years. Might be able to do it by then. Yeah. That was a long rant, wasn't it? Now, it's not going to be a viable option, as I said, in regards with emergency vehicles. Like an ambulance is going to have to charge up halfway home. It's not going to be a good option. And a fire truck that, well, went out to a small fire a little way out, came back, and oh, there's a big fire up there. Yeah, we're not going to make it. We're going to miss that town by a couple of miles. I'm going to have enough electricity to get there. I mean, a cop car is fine. At least if they are well, central cars. They don't really go out on the highway a lot. They just stay around town and patrol. That is going to be fine with an electric car. It's not going to need anything else. in that case, with an electric car, you're gonna catch up to whoever it is you want to catch up to within that city. I mean, I wouldn't have a shot at... Whoop. This thing shakes like a booger. This road really sucks. Now, I'm not gonna have a chance at running away from an electric cop car in, well, my closest small town, very much. If I get that car behind me and I say I'm driving the Aspen, it's the fastest one I have, and I floor it and that thing, fair enough, I'm gonna outrun a lot of cars that are there. I know I'm gonna outrun them with a lot. But if, say, there's some sort of ludicrous mode Tesla behind me that is a cop car, that thing is going to be on my bumper. Now, with the cars they have now, which is a Ford Mondeo, an old Subaru, and the Volkswagen Passats, I'm going to drag those things. They're going to catch me in a turn because it's a 77 Aspen. They can't take the turns worth shit, but I'll have them on the straightaways. So they're going to have to catch me in a turn. But with the Tesla, it's not going to even try to stress catching up to me. It's just going to go, I got you, pull over. But if I get like that old Impreza behind, well, it's the Impreza, it's the Legacy. I think it's the Legacy. It's an old Subaru wagon. If that thing is behind me, I can just put my right foot down and go, goodbye, Subaru. Because it's, I think it's an EJ20, and I think it's not even, well, it might be a turbo. Yeah, I think it's the EJ20 anyway. Fair enough, those are good engines. They are not really powerful, and they're not going to catch up to me if I'm on a straightaway. I'll just outrun them straight up. But as I said, with the Tesla, that's not even going to be an issue because they're just going to be on my bumper everywhere I go. So, yeah. For police cars, patrolling a smaller place, or even in the city, I see a Tesla or something like that being a viable option. And if they're going to have to get out in a chase, which rarely happens, they are still going to be able to catch up to pretty much everything as long as they can catch up to them within the power they got. But I know that, say, a Ford GT will outrun a Tesla at top speed, because a Tesla will conk out its top speed pretty early on compared to the Ford GT that will just outrun it. Also, a Hellcat, that'll outrun the Tesla. A Demon, by no chance is the Tesla going to hang up to that on full chat. But as long as there is traffic and it is going on a populated road, at least the ones around in this country, there's not a lot of straightaways, there's a lot of turns. There are some straightaways, but there's not a lot. There's nothing anywhere near enough for any car to outrun a Tesla around here, pretty much. Whatever car you have, you're not going to outrun a Tesla on the streets, pretty much. At least if that Tesla is a cop car and you're trying to get away from it. It will have you. It's that easy. Unless you drive a big 4x4, you just point it at the mountain and go up there. That's not going to catch you. Then they have helicopters. So as a cop car, I can see an electric car being a good option. As an ambulance, not so much. Not yet, at least. And not fire trucks either. So, before they actually do put that ban into real life, right now it is a theoretical one, but as soon as they make that an actual ban, I would say they would have to make sure that the electric cars or zero-emission cars are a lot better than they are now, especially if they want those cars to work as emergency vehicles. It's not going to work if your ambulance, like I said, has to charge up halfway there. You're bleeding from the throat, you're dead. You have a gunshot wound to your lung, you're dead. You have gotten some other kind of injury. Say you had an accident, tore your hand off, you're dead. It is pretty much gonna bring us back into horse and buggy days if the electric cars are the way they are now. Yeah, but now I'm just going in circles and talking about the same thing over and over again, so I'm just gonna end it here. Now you know my feelings about this ban on petrol and diesel cars that is coming up in 20 or 30 years. Let's just hope it doesn't happen. That's all I have to say about that. So anyway, as I always say, take care, and I will see you later with updates on either one of the projects or on something else entirely, like this one. Well, take care, and I'll see you later. Make sure you like and comment to the video, subscribe to the channel, and check out all the other videos I have, where you will find the 68 Ford Escort, the 77 Ford Granada, the 77 Dodge Aspen, and this 93 Blazer that I hopefully can sell soon. I might have forgotten something. Oh yeah, the Dart. I gotta make a new video on the Dart. It's almost done. It's almost done. It just hasn't really been a major priority of mine to film anything I've done there. It's basically just been connect wires and hoses and start it up, basically. But anyway, see y'all later.